Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. And I'm about to take a Dyke's big fart. Oh, yeah, that's because I dropped some water on him. Anyway, today we will be drinking a beer that was in the December brew box. Today's beer from the December brew box is from Forked River Brewing Company in London, Ontario. This is a Canadian red ale. This is Red Coat, and it is 5... Oh, sorry, that's 6, isn't it? No, that is a 5. Or is that a 6? That's a 6. 6.2% alcohol by volume. So, Forked River Brewing Company's Red Coat. Excuse me. Wow. Wow, that was a lot of gas. Whew. Whew. I did not expect that. But oh my god, I feel so much better now. I felt a little bloated. I felt a little bloated before that happened. Now, life's good again. Alrighty. Wow. What a hole. If any of you start dating a girl for the first time she takes off your pants, I want you to say, wow, what a hole. Tell me what happens. Let me know how it goes for you. Okay. Very reddish. It does have that mahogany look, that brownish red, off-white head, a little bit of a, like the mocha brown almost starting, creamy, thick, not much snap crackle pop, so that's not really going to fade away all that fast. It is probably the best looking beer that's been in the Heineken glass in a long time. I mean, visually that is very appealing. And unlike a Heineken, the head is sticking around, which is something special to behold as well. It really is something special to behold when the head stays. The beer's put down in front of you and the head's still there going, hi, I'm here. I ain't going nowheres. Smell. Okay, so the bottle makes the red ale shine, the glass makes the hops shine. So the bottle, lots of malt, lots of caramel, lots of molasses, like blackstrap molasses almost. Just very sweet, very roasty, almost a hint of like maple syrup in there. A little bit of smokiness as well. Out of the glass, not really much, to be honest with you. A little bit of pininess and a little bit of like a grapefruit-esque scent. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Pinky up. Okay, so the back end of this beer is what shines the most in my mind. The back end, the hoppiness, bitter, like pine and cedar with a little bit of dirt and a little bit of grapefruit peel. So that oily, resiny bitterness with woodsy hops and a bit of English dirt. I mean, basically Canada right there, right? Some sweet, well, not sweet, some bitterness mixed with the trees, rocks and trees. Got rocks and trees and trees and rocks and 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 water. So yeah, it basically amplifies Canada in the hoppiness. I mean, you're getting the trees, you're getting the rock with that English dirtiness, a little bit of sweet slash bitterness there too, and then a nice caramel and like toasted molasses forefront. Well, toasted malt, but with molasses as well. I don't know why I would have said toasted molasses, other than my mind just starts wandering. And wanders away pretty quick, easily too. Yeah. Sweet malty forefront with a little bit of roastiness. Well, a little bit of roasty slash toastiness. And then the hops. And the hops are what take over this whole thing. This kind of reminds me of, and the guys at Fork River are going to be pissed off at me at this, but this is a better version. But this kind of reminds me of Rickard's Red IPA, except this has a lot more hops showing off in it. Where the Rickard's one was kind of just the malt with a little bit of hop in the background. This is a lot of hop in the background with the malt. Still the malt is being showcased, but it's being overshadowed to me by the hops. So the balance isn't the greatest, but the taste is great anyway. It doesn't really, a lot of times that balance is needed to make the beer, and in this case I don't think the balance was needed to make the beer. I think the beer made itself. Out of 10 on this, I would give it a 7.5. I actually really don't mind this at all. I enjoy it. Again, it's just, we're what, 3,230 beers in now. It's harder and harder to impress me nowadays. Still, anything over, and well, anything at all that I drink, I recommend that you try for yourself. But anything over a 5, I do put my word behind it that it's at least a good beer that's worth drinking. And actually, in the 4s even, sometimes there's some good beers worth drinking. I just didn't like them. And this is a good beer worth drinking, and if you get a chance to pick up some Red Coat from Fork River, do so. It's just not special enough to make me want to give it a bigger mark, but it is something special in that it's a good representation of like a an American red or something, right? Like it says it's a Canadian red, but that just means that it's an American red without the stupid stupid West Coast hops. And don't get me wrong, I do actually like West Coast hops. It's just, again, the way I talk. Fuck you. Fuck you. So yeah, it is a nice beer. Try it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But tell me what you thought of it and why. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. I gotta get up now.